Each year, the 5,500 Ministry of Transportation and Highways vehicles log hundreds of thousands of miles on British Columbia's highways and roads. Many of these vehicles are equipped with the Budd-type dual-wheel system. This program is designed to help minimize some of the problems that can arise in using the Budd system by pinpointing the causes of wheel breakdown and by detailing proper installation procedures and precautionary measures. If, by so doing, we can help lessen or eliminate wheel failure, then the chance of injury to both the operator and other motorists will be reduced. Several hundred pounds of wheel and tire hurtling toward oncoming traffic at 80 kilometers per hour could have lethal consequences. The Budd wheel system offers several advantages over other systems, specifically ease of installation and alignment, and high strength and security when properly installed. The most frequent source of problems are in the installation procedure, and most are preventable. Over-tightening of lugs, for instance, can cause thread stripping or premature stud failure, leading to wheel damage or breakdown. Incorrect tightening procedure or reinstallation with dirt, ice, or paint runs between the wheels can result in rim loosening and consequent wheel damage. If a wheel has been stored outside, check to make sure that there is no ice, rust, or paint lumps on the mating surface prior to installation. Even a thin layer of ice, rust, or a few lumps of dried paint can prevent proper contact, leading to wheel loosening during operation. Winter conditions intensify hazards, with roughened traveling surfaces and greater heavy vehicle use. With the box up, a 4-ton sander unit delivers many times more force to the rear wheels and axles, particularly on a rough roadway. This wheel was run loose and shows considerable wear in the stud holes. Note the elongation of the holes. Eventually, total breakdown may have occurred, as in this case. Here the studs themselves have sheared off, perhaps weakened or cracked from over-tightening. Often symptoms of impending wheel failure will appear long before excessive damage occurs. A thorough pre-trip inspection can spot these warnings in time to correct the fault and ensure safe operation. Loose or incorrectly torqued wheel nuts or dirt between the wheels may cause the rims to exhibit a gap between their mating surfaces. This gap may often be seen from the rear and indicates possible rim loosening. When signs of rim loosening are noted, it is not sufficient to merely tighten the nuts. The wheel must be removed, thoroughly inspected, and cleaned before reinstallation to ensure that no damage has occurred. Rust lines radiating outward from wheel nuts indicate nut or stud loosening. A silver line, composed of fine metal particles, portrays actual wheel or stud wear, a sure sign of building trouble. Cracks between handholds show excessive strain, necessitating wheel removal and replacement. Let's take a closer look at the removal and installation procedure. First, remove dirt or loose rust with a wire brush. An application of penetrating oil will help to free frozen or rusted threads. The Budd wheel nut and stud is a carefully designed assembly of nested threaded lugs, the inner part securing the inner wheel, the outer securing the outside wheel. Both are held by the studs, which are pressure seated in the brake drum assembly. Note the thread type, right or left hand, stamped on the end of the inner lug. On the right side of the vehicle, lugs are removed counterclockwise, but clockwise on the left side. Remove the 10 outer nuts and lift off the outside wheel, being careful not to damage the stud threads. If there is no need to remove the inner wheel, retorque the inner wheel nuts to check their tightness. If the inner wheel must be removed, remove the nuts and wheel, again being careful to avoid damaging the stud threads. Then check to ensure that the studs are properly and fully seated. If not, they can be drawn in with a wheel nut. When seating the stud, it's good practice to place a large washer behind the nut. This will help protect the threads on the stud and nut. Be sure that the stud is fully seated. In preparation for reinstalling the wheels, clean all the studs with a wire brush and apply never seize to the threads. This will help prevent rusting and seizing. Place the inner wheel on the studs, once again being careful not to damage the threads, and install the nuts by hand. Tighten the nuts in a diagonal sequence to ensure correct alignment. Finally torquing each nut to approximately 550 foot-pounds force. With an air wrench, this force is either set on the tool itself or estimated by the experienced mechanic. Remember, over-tightening can damage the threads or stretch the stud, leading to wheel breakdown. Using a standard hand butt wrench with a 36-inch bar, an operator weighing 180 pounds can apply between 500 to 600 foot-pounds of torque by using his full weight on the bar. It's a good idea for operators to get the feel of the correct force by using a hand torque wrench. A snapping sound is often an indication that the nut is coming up to pressure. When all the inner nuts are tight, clean the wheel face and exposed threads with the wire brush, and again apply never seize. Now carefully clean the inside or mating surface of the outer wheel and place it in position on the studs. Be sure to align the hand holes so that both valve stems are accessible. Install the outer nuts by hand and tighten them in a diagonal sequence, finally torquing them to approximately 550 foot-pounds pressure. Never use the 3-to-1 gear wrench to install nuts, as it applies an opposite force to the inner nut, loosening it while tightening the outer. This wrench is used only for freeing frozen or rusted threads. The unit is now ready for use. However, the wheel should be checked and the nuts retorqued within 100 kilometers to ensure safety. To effectively retorque the inner nuts, the outer ones must be backed off first. Tightening the outer nuts does not ensure that the inner ones are tight. When retorquing, see that no dirt is allowed to fall between the rims. If this should happen, the outer wheel must be removed and the surfaces cleaned before installation. Wheels and wheel nuts should be inspected daily as part of the pre-trip visual inspection, but should undergo a more thorough inspection every 30,000 kilometers during a major maintenance servicing. With these simple but important guidelines, we hope to increase the awareness of potential trouble areas and their prevention in order to minimize the risk of wheel failure and potential injury.